Yeah, our life is a little weird on getting captured for some reason. Okay, here we go. Let's continue our life. Okay, so we're gonna go boating, and yeah, just to show. Thank you for purchasing Baxter's DLC. You can play 5 new moments centered around Baxter. There's a special epilogue in Step 4. You need to fulfill playthrough all 5 of Baxter's Step 3 moments. You must choose to be fond or crushed with Baxter in Step 3. Choosing indifferent will lock Step 3 moments in epilogue. You must also include Baxter during the hang moment in Step 3, which can be accessed in both Cove's Step 3 moments and Baxter's. Okay. Then you have the option to play Baxter's epilogue during Step 4. You can only have 1 epilogue per playthrough. Damn! You can make a save on the epilogue selection page to reload there and pick another later. Okay. A friendship or romance story. No! He's locked! Okay, well, we will need to go back to the start of Step 3 and choose that I'm crushing on him at some point. I ain't skipping the Baxter DLC. Yeah, you'll need a new save, yeah. But we will be doing that. I need to date Baxter. Best boy. Thank you. No problem. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's go boating. You perched at the kitchen island, whiling away the minutes until your sister joined you downstairs. I hope nothing traumatizes me today. That would be nice. Also, oh, we're not playing lobotomy clip anymore, so I can take off the Angela color palette. You know what, why not? Let's do like a different hair color today. Let's just mix things up. Let's go brown. Let's have brown hair, why not? I'm feeling brownie. I want a brownie. Brownie sounds really good right now. I begrudgingly accepted Baxter. Baxter's good! At least it's not... Okay. At least for the people that hate Baxter. You guys can at least admit that he's better than Shiloh. Or maybe Jeremy. I think Overtaker likes Jeremy, but yeah. You perched at the kitchen island, whiling away the minutes until your sister joined you downstairs. There was quite an adventure planned today. Leah was coming down near the Sunset Bird area as part of what she called a little trip. Elio, no one said Shiloh was good except you. That's why I accepted him. There was an entire arc there. Apparently she thought how nice it would be to go on a private boat trip this summer to celebrate graduation and everything. What might have been an idle dream for most people turned into reality in Lee's hands. You'd been invited along for the ride by your best cousin. Oop. The idea of being on a ship does worry me a bit. I don't like being out at sea. You knew that it should be safe. The boat would be in prime condition, and the nearby coast hardly counted as treacherous waters. On the other hand, accidents could happen anytime. Yeah, I'm that kind of paranoid person that's just like, oh, what if it breaks down though? What if it breaks down? Also, oh my god. I swear to God. Can I just say something? I just keep getting followed by like these NSFW art stealing accounts. I'm so done with it. My phone just went off telling me someone followed me, and I knew immediately it was one of those people. I'm so tired. Lock. Stop doing that. Like, it's always people that are stealing other people's art too with names like that. I just... Oof. Every time I look at their media and I'm just like, yeah, that's stolen art, that's stolen art, that's stolen art. Drives me insane. No one said Shiloh is good except you. I hate all art stealers. Yeah, they're so stupid too. Cause like you can just do a quick reverse image search Or like they'll use like really famous VTubers as examples for their VTuber models. Like I've seen people claim, I had one person follow me whose name was Elira Pandora. And I was like, who you think you foolin'? Who you think you foolin'? Wait, on Twitter, it's not just me that's happening to. Oh, thank God. Yeah, it happens to me like at least once a week. But more often than not, it's like once a day at least. I don't think they care. Like, if it works on one person, it works on one person. True. God. You can just tell, though, when you look at them. So I hope not too many people are falling for them. I've reported them. I've gone on to people's streams, actually. I looked up people's stream things and saw them when they were live and was like, hey, yeah, someone stole your art. I remember I went on someone's stream and was like, yeah, someone stole your art. And I was like, is it okay if I, like, DM you them or something? And, like, they were suspicious of me when I said that. They were like, oh, you trying to DM this person? Like, you trying to get all, you know, with this streamer? And I'm like, no, I just want you to know that this person's stealing your art. But yeah, it worked out at the end. Now that should be said, yeah. Even if none of your more dramatic fears came to pass, there was the potential for seasickness. You could only hope it went okay. You weren't the only one who was heading out on the trip. Liz was coming, of course. Moms had been invited, but hadn't been able to find the time to squeeze it in. And so, the trip would only involve the kids of the family. A term that had stuck, despite all three of you being adults now. Mom might have joked about cramping your style, but there was apparently plenty of room on the ship. Lee had been more than happy for you and Liz to bring other friends along if you wanted. Bring Baxter! But the trip out to Sunset Bird, then even further out to where Lee and the boat would be, just wasn't feasible for most people. Not many folks lived close by. There was naturally one person around who would always be there for the ride, Cove. You were just about to meet up with him outside. Lee had been glad when you told her he'd be able to come along today. Just as you were thinking about your cousin and her plans for the day, ahead, your phone sprung to life. I can't meme generate this one. I gotta do this manual. What are you doing? Painting at the display, you saw that the incoming call was from Lee herself. You answered it without pause. Hey!
Hi!
She dove straight into the topic, the trip meetup. You could hear the thrill of excitement in her voice. I'm here now, and everything is all set. All you gotta do is show up, and we'll be off. Woo! She spoke quickly, animated by anticipation. The Lord's work. That's what he's doing. Yeah, hooray! The nervous chuckle had slipped out without permission. Still, not wanting to be a damper on the occasion, you tried your best to match her enthusiasm. Are you alright? Oh, it's fine. Let's just focus on seeing each other soon. If you're sure. Liz and Cove are definitely still on board, too, right? Yep. Wonderful! You're not gonna invite anyone that I know that I haven't seen for years that I, like, tortured when I was a child, right, Lee? There's still a bit of time before you're due to set off. Is there anyone you want to extend a last-minute invite to? Oh, you know! Baxter! No need to keep the guest list sparse now. It's not like we'll be bumping into anyone else to join in when we're out in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, this new guy in the neighborhood I like. Invite him! Benny, you gotta see if he wants to come. I need to see who your new friend is. I wish we were halfway to being friends. Alright, I'll do it. No idea if he'll be free, but I can try.
Talk to you later.
I'll let you go. I have to if I want to see you here in the flesh. She added the last words dramatically, making them sound more like a threat than a statement. Laughing, you shook your head. Lee chuckled along down the phone. What if I want to bump into Baxter? Elio! Elio! Yes? Bye, Lee. Bye! Now that your attention was free, you looked over to the stairs to see if Liz had emerged yet, but there's still no sign of her. You figured you might as well go out and see if Cove is ready in the meantime. Besides, you needed to stop by Baxter's place to invite him along. Liz would catch up, you were sure. I'll like send her a text. You grabbed your phone one more time to let her know where you'd gone. I know a lot of time with like my family tends to notice more if I send them texts than if I like call to them. Like they tend to not hear if you're calling out, so we tend to communicate through texts. With that, you hopped off the chair and headed out the door. A sunny day greeted you. Shielding your eyes with a hand, you admired the sky. It looked like good weather for heading out on the water. That was something. Though you still weren't confident about the prospect. You heard your name called and turned automatically. Cove was the source of the call. He was standing halfway between his own house and yours. He waved at you as he walked over. Let's see. Now I'll just walk towards him. I'm not that bold of a person. Cove smiled at you as he covered the rest of the short distance. Hi. Hi, Cove. Ready to go? Cove nodded easily, blinking languidly in the sunlight. Then his mouth curved into a gentle smirk. First jet skis, now a boat. What aquatic transportation device is up next for us? My money's on a submarine. No! No! Do not! No submarine adventures. You laughed. It'd been an adventurous summer for sure. Cove grinned, pleased that he'd amuse you. Baxter. Cove glanced away, chewing his lip with consternation. Is it really okay for me to come? Of course. You don't even have to ask, right? Cove rubbed the back of his neck, frowning as if trying to work it out for himself. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, this is a really ritzy trip and Lee's your cousin, not mine. Well, if I invite Baxter, will you feel better? I know I'll feel better.
I mean...
The two of us, me and Lee, are friends, maybe. But it's not like we've ever hung out on our own. I'm kind of worried I'm gonna be out of place. Yeah, there's no way you'd be left out, Cove. You're literally my boyfriend. And that's thanks to you. His voice was affectionate, with particular emphasis on the final you, like it was the star of the collection. Cove managed a small smile. The worry hadn't lifted from his rigid shoulders. Soldiers? Damn, you got soldiers, Cove? Shoulders, but you could tell that he was attempting to project a little more confidence. I'm gonna go, don't worry. Good. Isn't he your fiance at this point? No. No, we just started going out on this step. So you were satisfied with that. And I meant to tell you, I'm gonna be inviting Baxter too. I gotta check if he's in now before we run out of time.
Huh?
Really? Cove was stunned. He hadn't been prepared for any extra surprises. He shook it off, however. Alright, it's not like this is gonna be awkward for me. Yeah, let's go! Character development! He was joking. Mostly. I'll wait for you here. Okay, Cove. I'll see you in a bit. You strolled over to the condo Baxter was staying in and rang the doorbell. You recalled the last time you had been in Baxter's door. It was when he had invited you over for a visit. Yeah, I wish I just stayed in his condo instead of went out to go see Shiloh. Ugh. Everything's so much better with just Baxter around. It was nice that you'd be able to extend your own invite this time. Before memories could claim you, the door slid open. Baxter looked out, his head tilted in interest. Wow, He's already well along in his transformation into the third wheel.
Nice to see you.
Bunny? What a nice surprise. He folded his arms over his chest, leaning casually against the door frame. Yeah, it's nice to see you too, Baxter. Is there something I could do for you? Oh, is there nothing you can do for me? You can do everything for me. Wanna head out? Yeah. We're taking a boat trip right now. Are you on board? I'm gonna go with... No, I should probably say that the family in Cove is gonna be with us, right? Ready, aim, fire. Hey! Hey! I can simp. Oh, whoops. Is either an impressive show of restraint, or Baxter's life involved more impromptu boat trips than yours? Perhaps both.
I can do that.
I'd love to. So, you didn't have plans already? That's great. To your surprise, Baxter's mouth curled into a little smirk. My schedule is open, always open for an improved itinerary. I'm flexible, remember? Okay. Oh. He was not only agreeing to come on the trip, but apparently canceling some other plan in order to make it happen. Baxter was certainly something. Thanks for keeping me in mind. I think this is going to be fun. He slipped outside. After securing the door behind him, he swept out an arm and indicated for you to lead the way. God, he's such a gentleman. The first stop was to collect Cove. He was waiting, as promised, where you'd left him. Cove, good to see you. Hi. There's still no sign of Liz. You took the opportunity to bring Baxter up to date on the plan for the day. He took in your words with interest. Only a minute or two more passed before the door to your house finally opened, Liz framed within it like a portrait. Unlike you, she had no need to shield her eyes with a hand in order to protect them from the sun's bright rays, as her hat was performing the job admirably. Spotting you, she headed straight over. She smiled warmly at you and Cove as she approached. You better not be getting any ideas about Baxter, by the way, Liz. Her attention then promptly turned to the group's new addition. It's nice to see you again, Baxter. His eyes closed as he bowed his head in a nod ever so slightly. God! He's such a gentleman! And the same to you. Living on the same street had given Liz and Baxter the opportunity to get to know each other over the course of the summer. Though she'd spent less time with him than you had, you'd anticipated that she wouldn't object to him tagging along on the trip. Look at that smile. He's so good. Look at that. I asked him to join us today. Just as you'd expected, Liz didn't have much of a reaction to the change of plans. She merely raised her brow.
Oh.
I feel like you and Lee will become fast friends, Baxter. Baxter smiled politely, but not too much. Oh, okay. Be friends. Be friends. Just friends, though. With that, your little group piled into the car. It had been decided in advance that you'd all be heading over in Cove's car. Then you set off for the journey down the coast to where you'd be meeting Lee. You wound down the California shoreline with sparkling ocean waters on one side and craggy cliffs on the other. The word blurred by until eventually you made it safely to the ledge harbor. You want them to be partially friends? No! No, full friends! And friends and nothing more. Not halfway, not more than friends, just friends. Just be friends. All you gotta do is just be friends. The world blurred by until eventually you made it safely to the large harbor. It was a far grander scale than the one near Mr. Holden's shop. Boats 2, 3, even 5 times larger could fit. Liz took charge from there, calling up your cousin to guide you the rest of the way. Liz did her best to explain where precisely the boat was docked. Elio out here blocking Liz from being happy with Baxter while Elio clings to his boyfriend. Given that she was doing it without seeing where you were, and that it was an area she was only slightly familiar with herself, she did a pretty good job. It took a bit of fumbling, a little retracing of steps, as your cousin and your sister had different definitions of orange. That was rusty brown, Liz had protested. But before too long, you heard her voice calling you. Not from the phone in Liz's hand, but over the wind rolling of the ocean. Okay, this just brought me, like, a thing that I think is gonna cause a debate between chat. Okay, so if you could not call it by its color, would you call magenta pink, red, or purple? You cannot call it magenta in this world. In this one world, you cannot call magenta that. You cannot be like magenta is magenta. What would you call it? Well, yeah, everyone related to Shiloh has to suffer. Pink, probably. Pink, purple. Yeah, I was thinking pink too myself. Pink or purple? Pink? Yeah, that makes sense. Searching for the source of the sound, you found her on the prow of his ship, jumping into the air and waving frantically for your attention. You'd arrived. Lee dashed from the bow over to the gangway, where you boarded one by one. Hi everyone, I'm so glad you got here, okay? If you Google magenta, nobody says pink as a descriptor. It's always purple, purplish, or mauve. What is mauve? Well, it looks like we got 3 people here that think it's pink, so... You could tell, even if she said nothing, her bright grin as she saw you all spoke loud and clear. Hi, Lee! Let's see. Yeah, I'll just wave. Lee waved back at you, still grinning from ear to ear. After greeting you, Lee turned back to look over the faces of the others who'd be joining you on your ocean voyage. Her attention was immediately pulled to the only one in the group that she'd not met before. Grinning, she approached him. Mauve is basically purple. It's the French word for purple, in fact. Oh, okay. So it's purple, purplish, or purple.
My pleasure.
I'm Lee. I'm so excited to meet the mysterious new man on the block. Not too excited, though. Right, Lee? Right. What a coincidence. I was looking forward to meeting our gracious host for the day. Sent you the thing I've been working on? My masterpiece is complete. Okay, let me see. Let me take a look at this. Hold on, I'll show this. Let me show this on stream. She's halfway too excited. No! No! Okay. Where did I save this thing to? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, there it is. Right next to the Tears of the Kingdom goat dad. Never thought I'd end up fighting side by side with someone I hate. What about side by side with someone you like slightly more than Shiloh? I could do that. Rauru, yeah, him. I could have cleaned up the blue around his head, but because he has no white in his hair, I figured it's a good compromise. Yeah. But I must confess, I'm not that mysterious. I'm rather open. I do hope that doesn't come as a disappointment. Are you open for a date this Friday night, Baxter? Not at all. I can appreciate forwardness. Welcome aboard. With that, she glanced over at the others.
Thank you.
Lee, thanks again for taking us on this lovely trip. Cove hovered awkwardly behind you and your sister. Even with Liz's broad sun hat, she was too tall and the group too small to hide effectively. She made fleeting eye contact with Lee, then looked away. You're gonna fucking break Cove's heart. Thank you for the hydrate, Overtaker. Hi, thank you for letting me come. The boat is cool. Rauru, the first goat, and Sonia, the first one to be married to a goat, and Sophia, the first princess. He chuckled nervously. Lee smiled, entertained by his bumbling phrasing. Elio will binge our life to play Baxter DLC. Hi, Cove. She giggled as she spoke, unable to hide her amusement. Cove lowered his head. Honestly, I doubt the game is gonna give you the chance. Yeah, I have to restart. I have to restart from step 3 since I'm dating Cove now. I should have never dated Cove. I'll just pat his arm reassuredly. Cove's little game of hide and seek is pretty funny. Cove smiled weakly at you, his face flushed. You could tell that he appreciated your show's support, but was still embarrassed about needing the help. The sea may be too dry for you next to Baxter, so I hope the hydrate helps. Thank you. I appreciate it. The floor seemed to give beneath you. As Lee whooped with delight, you realized that the ship had pulled out into the water. Whew. Got hiccups. Elio, you're breaking my heart with that one. Cove is good. Cove is good. But so is Baxter. I don't know. It's just like his voice and his mannerisms. He's so gentlemanly, and I can't help it. When someone's like a very nice gentleman or whatever, I'm just like, damn. It had been so steady while it was moored that you temporarily forgot and you weren't on solid ground. Now as the boat rocked beneath your feet, there was no doubt you were truly setting sail. To be honest, Cove took you with your guard down. He had no competition. But he did. The little group dissipated into chatter or headed over the railings to watch the ocean. You were ruffled by the breeze, which seemed stronger out on the water than it was back on shore. Thank you, Barn. The floor continued to rise and fall, reminding you of standing in a bouncy house while others jumped. Don't blame Cove for this. It's not Cove's fault. It's not Cove's fault. Legitimately. It's my fault for falling for Baxter. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. Felt unsure but tried to ignore it because I'm scared of boats. You closed your eyes and took a deep breath. As you opened your eyes again, you resolved to take this one step at a time. Over by the railing, Cove was watching you. He smiled encouragingly, as if he'd read your mind. You felt rallied by his presence. We can really get the party started now. I'm sure this emotionally stunted, awkward guy from a broken family will totally be okay with a polycule clueless. Goddamn! Dorf going for the throw. Jesus. God. Oh, wonderful. What did you have in mind? Well, I'll go to a bar. If anyone flirts with him, he'll do... okay, no. No. I will confirm that does not happen to me IRL. I am only okay with it in like a fictional setting. Because I have gone to a bar before. And I have been picked up by someone. And it just made me feel so skeevy. Especially because like the person at the bar, I was like with my friends. I think I've told this story, but it's been a while since I told this story. I went with my friend to the bar, and they were there as like a party with their coworkers, my friend. So my friend left me and just was like doing other stuff away from me. And then I was like, oh god, what do I do? And then I was just like by myself. And then this guy came up to me and he started asking to buy me drinks and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. And then he was like asking if I wanted to hang out with him and stuff. And like, he was wanting to go to like a hotel or whatever. And I'm just like, no, what? Like, he was trying to be all suave about it. But it was just like, what? And like, he made a comment like on how young I look and stuff too. And I was just like, because I think I went drinking when I was like 22 or something like that. I think it was a bit after I was able to drink, but it was quite a few years ago. So I looked even younger than I do now. Like, I think right now I look like I'm like maybe 14 or 15. But back then I think I looked like I was 12. Oh yeah, it's a guy at a bar. Like a guy at a bar approaching you specifically. No offense meant. You don't know this dude at all. And he goes up to you? Creeper. Yeah, no. Bro is creepy as fuck. Bro, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, no, I'm getting out of here. Like, I told my friend, and we left and we went to a different bar after that. Because I was like, no, I ain't staying there. It's gonna, like, do human trafficking or something with me if I stay long. Well, the word hung in the air as your cousin stalled. It was clear that she didn't have anything immediately in mind. Dude, yup. Cove's eyes sparkled as he piped up. Oh god, yeah. It was an experience, for sure. Can we get out of the boat? Like, go swimming around in the deep ocean? No, I don't want to do that. Guy at bar, plus want to go to a hotel, plus you look so young, equals punch him in the goddamn throat. Yeah. Damn, we had bars back then? I mean, it was just 180 years ago. Sometimes you'd swear that boy was part merman, the way he was continuously drawn to the water, but Liz immediately quashed the question. Times are different. Oh, thank God we're on open ocean. Cove can't track sand. He'll find a way. He really will. He'll go down to the bottom of the ocean and bring up fucking wet sand and just plop it on the ground.
No.
Our time left no room for debate. Leave Cove alone. No. God, no. I fear the ocean so much. I'm so scared of, like, the deep sea. I'm okay if it like, you know the depths of it or whatever. But, like, the deep sea, we hardly explored half of that shit. Nah, I ain't going into the deep sea. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go to aquariums and enjoy looking at, like, the jellyfish and shit. I ain't fucking with the deep sea. I ain't going deep sea diving. I ain't going scuba diving. Nah, okay. Coral reefs, I think I'll be okay with coral reefs. Because that area has been explored. There's, like, tours around the coral reefs and stuff. So, yeah. I'm okay with that, but not the deep sea. Baxter chuckled, combing a hand through his hair. He's got a jar of dirt. Getting real Shape of Water vibes from this. I prefer to stay on board, too. Baxter's my bitch! He's just like me, for real.
Sorry.
It's not that kind of boat trip. It isn't supposed to stop anywhere. If someone did end up off in the water, the captain would call the Coast Guard on us. Oh, what did I just do? He's the only light in this Shiloh cursed game. I'm sorry, Mommy Kyra. Wow, how could you say that about Kyra? So Kyra is not a light? What the fuck, Twy? I've never been on deep ocean, but I have been far out on the shore and narrowly got swept out. Very sobering experience. Oh god, no! Yeah, I drowned when I was a kid. In my, my apartment's pool. So, I ain't fucking around with that. You only need to drown once, and then you're just like, yeah, no. There was some comfort. At least I didn't have to worry about getting any closer to the ocean. Yeah. I like the beach. The sea scares me. Same. I love the beach. I love the beach vibes. I love playing around in the shallow water, making sea castles and stuff. But the deep sea, nah. Yeah, deep sea, so I can get nauseated midway. Very fun. I think I would be okay with scuba. If it's like coral reef, I'll be fine with it. But if it's like deep sea, no. Cove's shoulders slumped at the resounding rejection. The sea scares many people. Elio, let's be real here. Deep sea too spooky. Okay, I think Baxter actually sounds very valid. No! No, they're not!
Alright.
I am not gonna tell Cove to suck it up. We'll find something fun to do, Cove. Truthfully, there isn't that much we can do on the boat that we couldn't technically do back on land. Baxter isn't your bitch. You'd be lucky to be his bitch. I say this with love. Oi. Kara is not a light. She's the sun. You did? Yeah. I didn't get who this Lee girl is, but oh god, that's my cousin. I often take trips with my father on our boat. He always spends the time deep sea fishing. Wait, are you a ghost? How do you drown more than once? No, so I drowned in my apartment's pool because I was one of those kids that was like, oh, I want to like go to the deep side of the pool even though I don't know how to swim and I have to rely on the shallow water to get me in the pool without drowning. But so I had the great idea like, oh, I'll go to the deep side of the pool and just hang on to the edges and go around the perimeter the whole time. And this one kid came and he stepped on my fucking hands. And so I let go of the edge and I started drowning. And I remember, you get very vivid, like, all of my near-death experiences I remember very vividly. Like, the go-karting incident. Like, the drowning incident, I have very vivid memories of me just sinking to the bottom. And, like, being like, ugh. But, yeah, they had a lifeguard on duty, so the lifeguard saw me, and they saved me. So, I didn't die. I'm not a ghost. I got saved. I didn't drown to death. I just drowned. I'm not much of a fisherman, personally. Activities that could also be done while not on a boat sound excellent to me. Let's go, Baxter! Visibly bolstered by Baxter's support, Lee smiled warmly at him. I also do not like going fishing, because I don't like hurting fishes. At the end, Elio is with Cove, so what's the issue? I was drowning in a pool, yeah. Then why the fuck are we out here, Lee? Damn, well at least you're fine. I'm assuming so since you're still alive here, yeah. Yeah, I did survive. I did survive. Huh, my dad also takes me fishing sometimes. Though we do it on the docks by Dad's shop. I can't do- You were electrocuted twice? What? Only a toasty Linux for very crunchy- What? Excuse me? How'd you get electrocuted twice? So what is this, Barn? Did you drown? Sadly, yes. But I lived. I'm not good at it either. Baxter snickered, his expression warm as he looked at Cove. He appreciated the delicate attempt to relate, especially with how standoffish Cove normally was with him. That's the fate of sons with their dads, apparently. How lucky we won't be doing that now. Yeah. Liz nodded. There's nothing wrong with some non-nautical themed activities. We could play a party game for all I care. Remember what I said about kids looking for creative ways to off themselves? Ooh, what does that... To off themselves? Linux? What does that electric panel do? Says my clueless self. Bruh. I feel like I definitely would have been the kid that tries to poke the electric socket with a fork. But I think I saw like a cartoon or something on like Nickelodeon or whatever that actually showed what happens when you do that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not fucking with that. Yeah, we'll do a party game. You saw her brow furrow for just a moment as she mentally conjured possibilities, then smooth out as one came to mind. Oh, what about the one where something is written down and people give clues and one person has to guess what it is? Sure, I said I'd play a party game and I stand by it. Who's guessing first? Oh, you posted your art of me? Oh my god! Let's go! Ooh, I'm so excited to see it for art time then. I almost want to end stream just so I can look at it. Ooh, I'm so excited to see it. Let's see. Let's do an arm wrestling contest. Let's see who's strong. The others blinked at you as you made your suggestion. Liz's expression was skeptical. It's really cute. Ooh, I'm so excited to see it. And how would we decide who took turns for that? The game that it's supposed to decide who's taking the first turn in the game we originally decided to play? Lee snickered, batting a hand in the air to brush aside those minor details. I shoved a pair of small pliers into a socket at my church when I was 12. The lights in the room flickered something fierce, I tell you what. How I survived till now is truly a mystery. What the fuck? Y'all okay?
Trust me.
Don't be like that. We'll make it work. It's a good idea. The more games equal more fun. People have no self-preservation when they're small. Yeah, I mean, I almost drank like Clorox. So, my mom found out and stopped me, so... A delicious treat, but only once. Together you agreed on an order to go in for this set of games and the mini competition was on. With Lee and Liz facing each other in the first round. Let's go! Man, I want childhood near-death experience stories too. No! You should not! You should be happy you don't have any. Liz was triumphant in that first game. The next challenger was Baxter. He and Liz went up against each other and Baxter emerged victorious. Now he was waiting to see who he would go against in the next round. You know, it's times like this. Sometimes I sit by myself and I'm like, huh, I wonder why I have diagnosed PTSD. And then I remember all the shit I've been through and then I'm like, okay, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, that checks out. The funny blue light, god. Meanwhile, you were gearing up for a round against Cove. The winner would be Baxter's opponent. Second time I electrocuted myself, it was with a socket. Like a civilized man, I don't really remember well, but I did pass out instead of an adult pushing me out like in the first time. Oh my god, Linux! What the fuck? Cove stared at you with narrowed eyes. The minigame might only be a bit of meaningless fun, but Cove meant business. Yeah, he's really competitive. I haven't had any near-death experiences. I have a lot of stories of losing teeth, though. I got like 4 or 5 of my baby teeth just knocked out. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think I had any, like, bones broken or anything as, like, a kid or anything. I just have near-life-death situations. You and Cove took opposite-facing seats at the deck. As the others looked on, you locked your hands together, ready to begin. Alright, on 3. Cove frowned as he stared at your locked hands, summoning up mental as well as physical strength. I luckily wasn't holding on to it. I let go when it was in. I then kicked it out and good god, it was hot as you'd expect. Oh my god. Okay, I did like touching light bulbs and flames. That was a thing I liked doing as a child. I once tried to jump from a first floor. TLDR, it's not very fun. Child mind do be silly. Oh yeah, I remember trying that too. Good times, good times. 1, 2, 3. Your arm tensed as you pushed against Cove's. You met with resistance. Cove's hand wasn't easy to move. I'll blow in his face. The puff of air had Cove instinctively close his eyes as he sputtered from the unexpected sensation. I don't think I've ever broken a bone. Overprotective parents have their perk. I learned my lesson the second time, okay? Okay. You better not come into chat one day and be like, so yeah, I electrocuted myself a third time. I could see you doing that, Leonix. Just cause you can. Yeah, you know those spitballs that are for pools that absorb water? You've been hit in the face by one of those? Yeah! Oh, wait. Oh, no, you're not talking about the chlorine thing, are you? Are you talking about the little chlorine buggy that floats around? Because I banged into those. I have definitely banged into those. You've successfully broken his concentration. His arm slackened against yours, and you took your chance. With the final push, you slammed his hand down.
Hey!
Cove slumped his shoulders, accepting defeat. You'd gotten the better of him that day. Let's go! I'm strong! Leah, Cove, and Baxter looking on in horror as Bunny recounts tales of near-death experiences he hasn't been anywhere near in vivid detail, as if he witnessed them personally. It's funny. Even my brother had a near-death experience story from when he was a baby. I feel left out. It's okay. I feel like this is a good thing you should be left out on, Jackie. What is this, Twy? Elio and chat. Staying safe. Putting yourself in danger out of curiosity. Yeah, chat reflects the streamer, for sure. His pouting session ended abruptly with a shake of his head as he refocused on what was ahead. For real, for real. Funny, I have an OC who drinks bleach. Oh my god, really? I want someone that eats Tide Pods. I'm gonna make a Tide Pod OC that just eats Tide Pods. Like how Bennett eats soap. I do want a rematch now. No! No, I mean a foam football that absorbs water. Oh no, I haven't been hit with those. I have hit my head inside of the hard little machine guys that go on the water to like clean the pool. I don't know how to explain them, but they're always floating around. And you never seem to notice when they're right behind you when you want to do a backflip. At least in my experience. Cove stole a glance over at the monochrome newcomer. Then he met your eyes with complete seriousness. Jackie, I'll get a time machine and help you with that. I got your back. Inclusion for L. Don't put Jackie in a near life-ending experience. Electricity won't see it coming. What is this? Absolutely no one. Nobody. Not a single soul on this earth. What will this clearly dangerous thing do to me? You can beat him. He believed in you, but it was a lot of attention, not to mention pressure. Barn your true one. No! Baxter watched your exchange with Cove and waited until an appropriate moment to approach you. His smile curled. Good luck. I like how Bennett eats dish soap. Yeah! I want a Bennett like OC. This is gonna be fun. His smile grew wider as he took Cove's former place at the table. Your fists locked together for the last game. The countdown began, and is he like really strong? The two of you threw yourselves into it, pushing with full force against the other. Yay. I oddly have a wholesome near-death story. Nani? In this chat, people remembering death fondly with our life OST in the background. Let's see. You brought your face closer to his, teasingly. Teehee, I'm a thought. There wasn't a ruffle in Baxter's demeanor. The only reason you could even tell he was aware of what happened was an increase in the tightness of his hold. Do not do that last one. God damn you. Thank you for the hydrate overtaker. Cove is suffering. Your distraction attempt was completely ineffective. You gave it your best effort, but a visible bend in your position soon began to appear. You kept resisting until ultimately Baxter pressed your hand flat against the tabletop. It was over. Honestly, the fact I beat Cove in the first place is surprising to me, knowing how strong I am. I am a fucking weakling. Cove's face fell right into his hands at the call of Baxter's triumph. Baxter merely shrugged with feigned indifference. Our life beginning and near end. Well, that's nice. I won. Who would have known? Sigh, this dude down bad. Cove's still pouting, lifted his head just enough to peek at Baxter. Our life beginnings and Cove's not gonna always be here. Good job. Yeah, when I was born, apparently I didn't cry, so everyone thought I was stillborn. But I did start to cry a while after. My parents said that was when my mom picked me up, but IDK. That story always seemed like BS to me. Too Hollywood, you know what I mean? Well, that's nice. I'm glad you were able to cry. I know I was held in the hospital for like 2 months after being born, because I was too small for them to allow me to leave. Yeah, did you live, Linux? Are you a ghost? I think. He was willing to concede the win, even if he was sour about it. That made Baxter's grin return. It was a good game. You're not just Baxter Ward, you're Baxter Win. The unexpected pun made Baxter involuntarily snort in amusement. I'm glad you were able to cry, Leonix, because you cried. Now you get to pay taxes. No!
Thank you.
Lee shot Baxter an impressed thumbs up as Liz chuckled in disbelief. Given how Elio has ghost friends, it wouldn't be weird to have a ghost chatter. True. The actual game hadn't even started and people are already getting like this. Why do you think I need to ask? Her pointed look was aimed straight at Cove, who was still recovering from the shame of defeat. He pulled himself together completely after that. Hey, you know, you've gotten rusty with your party game skills, Bunny. Right, you lost against me, Cove. Shut up. Liz lightly slapped his shoulder for that comment. He chuckled unrepentantly. With a dubious grin, Lee picked up a pen and notepad from the bar counter. She twirled the glittery pen with her fingers. Lee clarified the rules after Cove raised a wavy eyebrow. Random words would be written down and folded up to give to another player. When it was someone's turn to be the guesser, they would show everyone else the word, but couldn't look at it themselves. Oh, is this like charades or something? The other players had to help the guesser figure out what the word was without saying it directly. Each person was allowed to say only one clue. After all the hints were given, then the guesser would have to decide. Lee gave each guest at the mini-party a piece of paper from her notepad. It was surprisingly thick-lined paper with a little starfish printed at the bottom. My heart stopped beating for 6 seconds. Eh? Are you okay? She scrounged around to find more writing implements. She managed to dig up a short pencil with an old jelly grip on it. A ballpoint pen with a logo you didn't recognize and a purple crayon. Oh, when you were a baby. Oh, I see. Again, did you survive? Are you a ghost? Stoplight gay? Are you stoplight gay ghost? Baxter had a nice pen with him already, so he respectfully passed on Lee's offer. She turned to you.
Okay.
Here, pick one. I tend to like pens more than pencils or crayons, so I'll take the pen. Yeah. She passed you the pen and then wandered over to Cove to offer him the next choice. You had to draw a scribble in the corner of your paper to make the pen work. The ink had a standard blue. Ooh, pretty. After the random selection of words were determined and the papers were passed around, it was time to start.
Alright.
I guess I know who's going now. Baxter finished his paper out from his ripped pants pocket and presented it to the group. Loopy handwriting spelled out the word slide. Show of hand. Who here's still alive? Maybe? I don't know. I like died in space for a bit, but I came back to life. Oh, kids like it. It's for kids. Kids. Now I have autism. Yeah, no one's raising their hand. No one is alive. I'm dead inside. IDK if I count. We're all just dead. We're all just a corpse party. No wonder we like death games here. Lee bounced enthusiastically, holding out a hand to indicate the short height of children. Baxter nodded slightly. Yeah, I wonder if the reason we like death games is because we just want more friends to join us.
Alright.
It's at playgrounds, but not really small ones usually. The playground around our neighborhood doesn't have it, if you've been there. He shook his head, still perplexed. Unfortunately, I have not. Dang. You've been to playgrounds before though, right? Baxter had to pause and think on it. He shrugged. What? You never been to a park, Baxter? I need to take you to a park.
Maybe?
In my elementary school, I did have recess, but we had sports fields more than traditional playgrounds. What? For some reason, it's hard to picture you as a little kid. I remember him when he was 13. Okay, but yeah, that just reminded me of something, like the park thing. I was thinking back to like a couple weeks ago when I went to San Francisco. I remember we were in Chinatown and there was like a park and there were a bunch of people playing like mahjong and stuff. And there was like this really beautiful like walkway with like these golden decorations. And I saw that there was like a little museum at the far end of it. And so I was like telling you, man, I was like, oh yeah, let's go over there. And there was like this one guy that was in the walkway, like far ahead of me. And like I was looking at my phone because I had taken a picture and I was like editing it a little bit while we were walking. And then Yume like touches me on the shoulder and is like, we should turn around. And I was like, why? And Yume was like, that guy's got his whole ass stuck out. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, let's get the hell out of here. And I remember as we were walking away, these two guys were going on the walkway. And I was just like, oh god, they're gonna get mooned. So that was an experience. Well, I'd rather you not imagine that, so it all works out. You were dropped by your sister twice when you were very young. I wonder if I got dropped when I was young. I know I learned how to open up doors and walk on the same day and I almost got killed because of it. Yeah, that's another near life ending experience. Man, I got so many near death experiences. When I say twice, I mean twice no. What? Oh my god. Cove placed a finger on his cheek as he puzzled out the game's conundrum. He tapped his face absent-mindedly. It's slippery. You can't really walk on it. Slippery? Every clue lost Baxter even more. He had no idea what the word could be. Let's see. Going it one way, can't really get up the other way. Cha-cha, real smooth. So if you don't get it, I'll let it. Penguins do it on their belly. Okay. I think he might get the cha-cha real smooth. Slide to the right. The cha-cha slide. There we go. She was holding me. I nearly poked her eyes as she jumped. Oh my god. Then she picked me up and I did it again. Twice. Yeah, that was all your Why? No wonder you got Oh my god. Oh, slide? That's it. Slide. Baxter's floundering confidence returned in full force with a broad grin.
Excellent.
I got it. He flipped the paper open and traced his fingers across the word. He smirked at it. Thank you very much for the tip, Bunny. You're welcome, Baxter! Liz patted you on the arm with approval. I've said I'm dumb because you dropped me as a kid. But she says, no, I dropped you twice, so the second time made you smart. And now that's all your fault. You're dumb because you poked out your sister's eyes, Twy. Nice one. You had the magic approach that time. Damn. Don't mess with baby Twy. Do one for the eyes. Yeah, Jesus Christ. He unfolded the paper given to you, careful not to peek while you showed everyone. Liz leaned in closely with a thoughtful hum. As soon as Lee had a chance to read the words, she jumped up. Dog! There's a popular type of dog sometimes called that. Eh? It's where scientists... Oh, lab. Do experiments and stuff. It's a lab.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a secret location. Liz gave Cove an edged look. She probably thought it would confuse you. Nah, it's a lab. It can be used for photos as well. Lab.
Good.
That's it. You got it. I am so good at charades. Let's fucking go. Yeah, you nailed it. Everyone cheered. Liz gave you a round of applause. You looked at the paper and in neat, tiny writing you saw the word lab printed. Woohoo! You were thrilled that you got it. The round was a total victory. We should definitely keep this ball rolling. Cove flipped open his paper and showed it to the crowd. He kept his hand at the back of the note so he couldn't see the word, even if light shone through it. In blocky, wobbly text, you read the word potatoes. You pursed your lips together as you thought of what you could say. Tomato, potato. Sack! Liz turned her head with an incredulous expression, while Lee continued her thought. She jumped up, pointing right at the paper Cove had in his hand. You put them in a sack! Yo, did he just bite his lip? What? I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, me. I just bit my lip. Oh, shit. That was me. No! Let's see. It's the major vegetable you use in croquettes. Oh, that's a good one. Actually, that's real smart. I don't know what that is. What? You never had a croquette, Cove? Come on!
Really?
Baxter was earnestly taken aback, as if Cove just said he had never had toast before. Wait, Baxter, we're so similar! Elio, did you not learn? Oi. Maybe we should change that. There has to be somewhere in this town that serves them, right? Yeah, you need to eat your fucking croquettes, my guy. Liz cleared her throat, saving Cove from having to respond beyond his frown. It's that Mr. Toy with different faces and things. Cove tilted his head, utterly baffled at the different directions that everyone had taken. Oh no. If Overtaker says biting lip during our life, odds are it's to make fun of— I know it was to make fun of me. Simp, go play the Baxter DLC. Leave Cove for those of us with good taste. Cove is good, but Baxter's better.
What?
What's a Mr. Toy? Liz simply shook her head at the lack of understanding. It was your turn to try. Let's see. Yeah, Cove, forget the croquettes. French fries. You gave him a look, sending the answer right to him while filling in the blank Baxter had left. Potatoes! I'm so good! I am so good at charades. Or a singular potato?
Yeah.
You're right, yeah! Cove repeated it again with a bright, beaming grin. Cove and Derek is better. Nah, not Derek. Definitely not Derek. Potatoes! Cove is so cute sometimes. You couldn't help but feel happy too over his victory joy. He held his hand out for you for a celebratory high five. Yeah, I'll just smack his hand back. He slapped his hand with a satisfying smack. He nodded, still looking ecstatic. Thanks for the hint. I don't think I would have gotten it without that. You're welcome. Congrats. Now, let's go again. Suddenly, the boat tipped forward before rocking back harshly. The ship must have gone over a bigger than usual wave. Liz held onto her hat desperately. Wait, she had a hat? Oh wait, it was Liz. I thought it said Lee for a second. Lee laughed at her immediate death grip. You never know what'll happen on the high seas. Yeah, I would. This is so me. You started feeling really freaked out about being in the middle of the ocean like this. What if the boat capsized? Would anyone find you if you did? You couldn't see anyone nearby on the horizon. Could everyone swim? Could anyone swim in these waves? This wasn't like being near shore. History repeats itself. I've been vindicated when Cove is better than Shiloh, even though I didn't know about the latest Shiloh story. So I'll be vindicated for Derek over Shiloh. I mean, Derek's fine. Derek's better than Shiloh, but not Baxter. He's not better than Baxter. History repeats itself, Bun. History repeats itself. Well, that can repeat, but not Derek better than Baxter. Lee has a death grip. Are you into my cousin, Twy? Derek over Baxter, sorry. Oi. No. You thought that the boat was shaking until you placed a hand on your knee. Apparently, that was just you. You took a quick breath. You took a quick breath of the salty air, and then another. You recalled your weariness at the start of the trip and regretted not taking it more seriously. Liz peered out at you from under her brim. Lee is fire, but it's our cousin. Are you holding up over there? Lee noticed your condition as well. She spoke up while biting her lip. We will see, Bun. We will see. I mean, hey, she's not my cousin, but it's our life, Twy. How about we hold the next round for now? Are you alright, Bunny? Cove would just simply turn into a merman in like a few minutes into being lost at sea. He's gonna go get those sand dollars. No. Your arms curled around your stomach. Lee bit her lip and... God, stop biting your lips. And took a step towards you. She nervously waved her hands around you as she looked you over. Do you need to sit down? Lie down? Oh, there's a bed in the interior part of the ship. Yeah, I'm self-inserting as the person simping for Cove and Derek, not Baxter. So this Lee can't be my cousin. Well, fine. Yeah, that sounds good, thanks. Right now you really needed a moment to get a hold of this. Lying down sounded incredibly appealing. Lee smiled carefully. Cove was at your side before Lee could speak again. He wordlessly offered you his arm. His eyes were intense. Even if your neighbor wasn't always such an open book, his intentions would still be perfectly clear right then. He was going to take you somewhere to rest if that's what you needed. Aww. Cove is such a nice guy. Yeah. I'll take hold of it. You gripped him tightly. You couldn't reject his support. You needed it. Cove nodded. He had all his attention. Without removing his gaze from you, he spoke out. Oh, which way is the room? Wait, we got a room on this boat? Goddamn. It's just past. Lee's words started to blend together. Your cousin was talking while gesturing, but the meaning of it all couldn't get through the fog forming in your head.
Right.
Cove's voice was clearer to you. He tilted his chin off to the side, to where Lee had just pointed. There's no question that you needed to get away from this. With Cove leading the way, the two of you slowly walked over to the room inside the ship. He fell at his feet, looking at anything but the edges of the boat. You leaned against him. He held up the weight without complaint. He felt sturdy, which was a small relief in your discomfort. Cove opened a thick door wide, making room for you to get by. It closed behind you softly. Suddenly, the noise level dropped. You could still hear the boat rocking on the waves, but much of the background hum cut off. Ooh, this looks like a really good room. Oh my god. We got a really good view. I mean, we are out at sea, so of course it's a good view. We got, like, what are those? Coffee machines? We got a TV? Damn. Okay. This is a snazzy boat. Rich people, I swear to God. It's like a hotel room. He brought you to the bed and patted the blanket encouragingly. Come on, you should at least sit down. Oh no. Is this a hotel room? Damn, so fancy. You crossed the room together, and you used his arms as a railing when he gently lowered you onto the mattress. Your knees strained when they bent, feeling creaky and fragile. Am I gonna need to bring Barney in? With the bed solidly beneath you, you let out a breath. Are you scared? Yeah. You look like it. It was still difficult to focus, but the familiar sound of Cove's uncomfortable chuckle made it through easily. He was trying not to panic. He clapped his hands together once, not knowing what else to do with them. Used his arms as a what? Sorry, I'll hide it. Wait, what? What? Nani? I'm trying to see what you saw. Yeah, go hydrate. Go hydrate, try. He paused to scan the full length of the room. His head whipped around fast enough to make you dizzy. If there's something I could do to make you feel better, like maybe I could get you a drink? Yeah, get me some ramen. There's gotta be water here and probably juice. There might even be that fancy sparkling water around I could add. I don't really like sparkling water. I'll have juice. I want some juice. Yeah, I want some juice. Oh. I will not explain my joke. Do I want juice or do I not want him to go? Oh. Ugh, this is a hard choice. Juice over soda. I mean, there's no soda choice. Also, thank you for the blessing! Okay, I'm gonna be a thought. Your words were imploring, almost desperate. You did not want to be left alone right now. Blessing on the kitty upon you. He sneezed like a kitten. He smiled as reassuringly as he could, a silent promise that he wouldn't leave you. Iced tea versus carbonated drinks. Iced tea. I've been having a lot of iced tea a lot. Now that I work at the bakery that I work at, you get like free lunch breaks and you get like a free thing of drink. So I've been having a lot of green tea and like papaya, like pomegranate tea, and all of that. Okay, I'm gonna be a thought. Hydrate. Alright, I'll hydrate. Green tea papaya is so good. It's so good. I'll stay right here then. I just want you to be okay. He sunk down to the floor with a soft thud. He positioned himself sideways as he scooched over towards an end cabinet near the bed. Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. It is. It's so good. So thank you for the hydrate and take a moment, Twy. Stretch. Huh. He glanced up at you from the ground and settled with his back to the cabinet. He was ready to stay in that spot for the long haul. Yet again, he went to the floor while giving you the bed. It was in his nature, despite his joking complaints about it. You heard a distressing creak from the ship. Your eyes darted from corner to corner, not sure what to do to calm down. God, this really is me. This is me! This is what I would do if I was in a fucking boat. I would freak out from every little sound. You focused on breathing, willing yourself to believe his words. Slowly, you zoned out. You weren't asleep, but the world faded from around you. Everything was shut out, leaving you floating a step away from unconsciousness. You forgot you were on a boat. Every now and then, a particularly strong wave would jolt you back into the present, but each time you refocused on being calm and became lost in your mind once again. Had it been hours, minutes, days? It felt like forever, but also like nothing. Eventually, your mind caught up with you fully. Resting, Cove's head was tucked next to you against the side of the bed. You only realized after moving. Luckily, you hadn't bothered him. God, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm the type of person that if I'm at like a friend event like this, I would either cry at how I'm ruining like the trip, or I would force myself to go through it because I don't want to ruin things. I feel like I'm feeling more of the force myself to get up. This is enough. You still didn't feel good, but you could still go be social. You didn't want to waste this trip. All you needed to do was get out of this bed and convince everyone else that you were fine. You kicked out of bed and tried to sit up through pure determination alone. Your stomach rocked, but you deliberately ignored that. Oh! Cove sprung to his feet upon the abrupt movement. He was startled by your action and hovered by.
What's wrong?
Do you need to use the bathroom or get some air? I'm alright now. Cove stared at you skeptically. You willed yourself to look perfectly fine. No, you're not. The face you had put on for him slid off to show your displeasure. Cove leaned back and forth thoughtfully. You don't have to push yourself. You glared at him, but he didn't budge. Oh, Cove! With a sigh, you laid back on the bed. You knew he wouldn't be convinced. Cove's lips quirked into a small smile as you settled back in. You stared up at the ceiling. No matter how hard you tried, you could still feel the waves knocking into the boat.
Hey.
Your gaze rolled over towards him. Cove watched you with a gentle face, and he tilted his head towards the side table. Wanna play hangman? Dumbstruck, you watched Cove reach up behind himself and retrieve a little guest notepad and pencil from the tabletop. He placed a piece of paper on the floor and started scribbling on the sheet without waiting for an answer. But don't think I'll take it easy on you. I'll beat your ass, Cove. Cove looked up with a beaming smile. If you don't want to stretch your arms, I can write your stuff down too. You shook your head. I can play like normal. Cove chuckled with a soft edge of anticipation. He was ready for a game. You're such a good guy. Then let's play. I picked the phrase already. You can start guessing. He squinted down at the page. He lined out for 3 words. 2, 2, and 4 letters each. What? 3 words. 2, 2, 4. Let me go with E. Enter 1 letter of the alphabet. Okay, E. No, sorry. Oh god. I remember when we were little and we'd play this whenever we were bored. Yeah. Little moments. Lying lazily on the living room floor, car rides, secretly passing the scrap paper back and forth at the library. They all came flooding back to you. Thinking if I should post my OC that drinks bleach on art time. Yeah, please do. I'd love to see the OC. And of course, holding up in your room on all around 2 hot summer days. I remember too. Okay. Oh? You got 1. Hey Bunny, you know the drawings you used to have hanging in your room? The ones you made as a kid? Okay, well, it's not E. So it's not open. Huh. I'm trying to think of a word that starts with O and has another like vowel that's not E. E. Ooh. Yeah? Did you keep any of them, like, in storage or something? Well, if this is me, I don't have, like, any of my papers from when I was a kid. I think my mom might have kept them, but I don't know for sure. Because I do sometimes wonder if my mom has all of my comics that I drew when I was a kid. I kind of hope she does, because I always wanted to reread them. Why are you asking? Hey, will do. Heck yeah. Curious, you instinctively leaned a bit forward. Cove smiled charmingly. I've always admired your ability with a crayon. Yeah, I'm an artiste. I'm Da Vinci. I just wanted to see them again. Oh. Chuckling, you felt your face grow red. Cove's smile widened. I'll try to find them. I'm not sure. I'd rather make something new for you to look at. Don't look at my embarrassing cringe comics. Would you really do that? Yeah, of course. Anything would be better than those old doodles.
No way.
They were good. I remember. Chuckling, Cove looked back at the paper. He held it up. I made so many comics with, like, people I had crushes on when I was in, like... Okay. Like, I had this one that was, like... Okay, so, like, I was really into Harry Potter when I was a kid. And so I had, like, a very blatant Harry Potter ripoff comic. But it was where, like, you don't have wands. You have, like, a mark on your hand that looks like a wand with, like, little sparklies to represent magic. And when you have that, you're a magician or whatever. And I remember it was literally self-insert. Like, literally, the main character's name was literally my name. And then I remember I had a crush on this one kid. And they were my romantic interest in the comic. I think I named it Magical. Elio, absolutely no one asked you to expose yourself like that. I know, it just... I made so many of those stories. You at least have to admit your skills back then are still better than mine are right now. No, Cove, I'm sure your art is great, bro. This time you looked closely at the crudely drawn game board and tried to fight back a laugh. Elbow, lappy, elbow. Oh, heaven! Hello, hello! It was futile. You both burst into a small fit of giggles at that. When you could breathe normally again, you resumed the game. Enter one level. Okay. It's not E. Can't think of it though. A. Okay. Oh. Oh. God, this is hard. Can't believe we went ghost hunting as kids. Me neither. What were we thinking as 8 years old? Oh, okay. I'll try L later. I remember I kept hearing noises. Then I saw you walking around the street in the middle of the night. Don't you remind me of the Persona 3 incident. So I put on that sweater I used to have and went outside too. They're recreating my Persona 3 moment in the game. Oh yeah, that huge sweater. You were really little then. Maybe I was, but not anymore. Wow, sick amare ref. I'm kidding, please. Hangman, no. God, I still can't get over that they used Hangman. Ugh. You both rocked with laughter until your faces were red and your ribs hurt. When you caught your breath, you saw that Cove wore a matching grin, and it seemed softened the longer you both thought about your childhood exploits. Now that we're grown up, what do you think it was? He closed his eyes, carefully thinking about his answer. That had you leaning just a bit forward out of interest, but then Cove sighed and his shoulders slumped. The wind. It really was just that all along. What? It wasn't song? I wanted you to say it was a ghost. Cove chuckled at your reaction. His mouth curled into a grin afterwards, and you shook your head in disapproval. I want to see song. You've lost all sense of wonder. You watched as Cove's expression changed. He looked vexed while lost in thought. Being an adult is kind of crappy. Amen to that. I'll drink to that. Yep, it sure can be. Your mouth pulled into a small smirk before you turned your attention back to the game. Okay, let's go with L. That's a point for me. Okay, it's not opal. Your wish is my command. Happy? Very. Thank you for the song emotes. Okay, so it's not opal. Oh. The fuck is this word? How about man, I haven't seen a Hangman game since I was in school. Yeah. God. Jesus. Opal, or, it's not or. And like the other ones are so small. God. I could be used in im or is. Did I use I? I don't think I've used I yet. Okay, I'll try I next. Okay, okay. Do you remember that time you got in a big fight with Lizzie? Cove's gaze slowly rolled over to you. He snorted derisively. Which one? We were playing house and you two kept butting heads on how to do it.
Oh.
Okay, is he okay? Oh, well, it's not. I already put in E, so it's not he. Oh. Surprised, Cove sat up straighter and his eyebrows furrowed. You could tell that he was searching for the memory. That was a long time ago. It was one of our first playdates all together. You got so upset you stormed out. Lizzie tried to lie about what happened, but I told my moms how he was acting. Then she had to call and apologize. Is Ma okay?
Wow.
But wouldn't it fill in the A in Ma? Wow, my hero all along. As you both sat there quietly with your thoughts, a distant look mirrored Cove's face. Getting upset and running away was something I used to do a lot, huh? When we first met, I was hiding from my dad. I'd do the same when Lizzie and I would fight. Used to was kind of a generous phrase, considering everything. Oh, I thought you said the E worked, not the A. No, the E did not work. The A worked, because we got the O and the A. Google's the answer. I want to get this on my own. Let me see. There was a time when you literally tried running away from home. You so secretly ran away to my room with your dad. Does running out of the bed count for that too? I'm just gonna stare back at him. I don't want to remind him of that. Maybe I should work on that. There's no stopping the laugh that burst from you. Cove narrowed his eyes, but there was a small playful look shining there. Ah, this part. I always love how you can gaslight Cove over how many times he tried to run away from things up until now. No! I'm not gonna gaslight him. I'm not like you. You better take your turn before I decide to run away again. The corner of his mouth pulled into a bent smile, and you immediately matched it. He picked up the pencil to keep playing. This guy, I swear. Okay. So, we'll go with I. Okay. I'm in... Yep, that's right. Oh, shit. It's not I'm. Sorry, gotta add an arm now. Okay, it. Oh, it is okay. It is okay. Oh my god. Cove. You're gonna get it. Fuck. Cove is such a good guy. Fuck. You got it. In simple handwritten letters was the message, "It is okay." Stunned, your eyes slowly trailed up to his. Depiction of Cove reacting to his problems. That's so sweet. That's what you wanted to say? This guy, I swear, he's so good! Cove averted his gaze for a moment. His cheek grew pinker, but slowly his expression grew more serious. He turned back to you. Okay, I wasn't that wrong. Yeah, you were really close.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll hug him. You moved with enough force, throwing your arms over the side of the bed, that you almost knocked Cove over. He wrapped his arms around you and steadied you both. Sighing, all the tension in your body melted away, and you relaxed into him. You could feel Cove lightly rubbing your back in a soothing circle. Cove is so gay, I love it. He's such a good guy. You're such a lovely person. Bashful Cove exhaled and his eyes darted away. His cheeks appeared a shade pinker. Damn, he is good. He's got the rizz. I guess sometimes I am. Uh-huh. Eventually, a light tapping at the door caught your attention. It slowly opened, and Lee popped her head in, giving a little wave. Hey, how are you holding up? I'm okay. It scared me! Okay, good. Still, Lee sounded unsure. You gave her a reassuring smile, as best you could manage in the moment. It's really hard to decide between which is better. This whole thing with Cove or the stuff that happens if you don't feel sick on the boat. Ooh. Ooh. What happens if you're not sick on the boat? Because this was really sweet. Lee rubbed her hands together. He raised an eyebrow, knowing her well enough to tell that she was preparing herself to say something. I know what's best. Cove Holden. He's the best. And I went to the captain, and it's no problem for us to swing back to the mainland sooner than the usual schedule. We're already on our way, if that helps. Ton. Jump scare? Let's see. Yeah, thank you. And you wholeheartedly meant it, knowing that you'd soon be off this boat renewed your strength. Oh my god, I'm Battler, I just realized. Because Battler's also afraid of boats. You could hold on a little longer. Lee grinned, looking really... We're not going to, Rokkenjima, right? Please tell me we're not gonna stop at Rokkenjima. The news forecast didn't say that there was gonna be a fucking thunderstorm, right? We had to be back before nightfall anyways. It's no big deal to head back now. Yeah, true. Cove Holden supremacy. That's cool. Really cool. Thanks, Lee. Apparently you're just on the deck playing with everyone the entire time. No hangman scene. Surprise! They're all invited to Beatrice's murder party. That sounds fun. It's in its own way, but I do like that we had like this moment alone, and the little message on the hangman was really sweet. And I am like, I feel like this would be a situation I would go through. If this actually happened to me, I would get seasick, I'm pretty sure. His expression was hopeful. Oh, whoops, dropped my phone. Cove is as eager for you to feel better as you were. Yeah, if you aren't sick, then you get to play games on the boat with everyone. Plus this potentially hilarious part where you mix juice with Cove. Oh, that sounds fun too. Damn.
Bunny.
Let's go home. A snorted laughter escaped Lee instantly. She turned away with her hand covering her mouth, but a few more giggles shook her before she looked back. I didn't know you two moved in together. Cove's brow furrowed as his expression slipped into a displeased frown. He didn't move to face Lee, but instead he decided to lean a bit closer to you. I can only imagine now George kicking down the door and proposing marriage to Cove. No! Don't you stay the fuck away, George. Stop proposing to the people I want to marry. Just ignore her. You know what I meant. Wait, Bunny is on the voice name list? I'm surprised. Yeah! That was like the closest I could get to a name I wanted. Because like my name's Elio and I couldn't find one that really fit it. Like there was Ellie, but I'm like, nah, I don't want Ellie. But Bunny is perfect. Your mouth curled into a delicate smile. Come on, I can't just pretend that kind of slip-up didn't happen. It's so sweet to hear you think of home as something we have together. Cove's shoulders slumped as you sighed. Lee held a hand to her belly while she laughed. Her laughter slowed into giggles, and she clapped her hands together. Yeah, that's why you chose Bunny. You. It's a cute name, too. Bunny.
Come on.
I love the way he says it. Bunny. Are you both done yet? Yeah. Yes. And then Lee shifted the weight on her feet like she was antsy.
Sorry.
Hey, Bunny, I really am sorry about today. I didn't mean to invite you out on a boat that would make you feel like garbage. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine, Elio. They're still Baxter. George would go after Baxter, too. Yeah, how could you have known this would happen?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is no one's fault. Looking relieved, Lee's eyes brightened. With things truly settled, you started to feel better than before already. Time to donate to the Our Life Now and Forever Kickstarter in a few months to get the actual name you want on the voice name list for that one. Ooh. Wonder how much that is gonna be. The rest of the boat ride went by peacefully. Everyone agreed to let you rest as much as possible until it docked at the harbor once more. I've always been Team Baxter. Let me live, yeah. Jackie is on my team. Finally, the time came and you were able to disembark. Baxter might be charming, but no one can be Cove-Holden. I'm just saying, yeah, he is super sweet. I love both of them. They're both really good. The sun was still setting along the horizon during the long trip back to Sunset Bird. You blinked dozily, watching the fading rays coming through the car window. Imagine being Team Stinky Baxter. Hey! You turned your head to spy on Cove from your spot in the back seat. You wondered what he was thinking. Cove's focus was completely absorbed in driving home. An affectionate warmth fluttered in your chest at the simple sight of your neighbor. You were grateful that Cove was there today. Now that you were safely back on land, you're feeling more at ease. Your eyes were growing heavier from the exertion today. Silence, Team Jeremy. Yeah, don't you even talk badly about Baxter, you Jeremy simp. But even though the trip didn't go as planned, it wasn't all bad. There were nice moments that made all the troubles worth it. The people you cared most about cared for you just as much in return. Y'all are so mean. A big yawn rumbled through you and left your eyes in a tired squint. Pulling your head to look out the window once more, you watched the scenery pass by, growing more and more familiar as home came closer. When there's a war between Team Baxter and Team Cove, but all of the Derek and Joy are sitting and watching the chaos. God, that's like the modern day Twilight situation. Let me get my Team Baxter shirt on. You'll be back soon, and you smiled thinking about what an adventure the day turned out to be. You truly ventured out to sea and you returned alive. As far as you were concerned, that was quite a victory. Alright, we finished the boating moment. So all we have left is happiness, and then we'll finish step 3. We can't do Baxter because he's locked out. But I will get a save prepped for that for next time. Alright, I'm glad we made it through a whole entire step. Derek fans just having a fun time. Go for that. You punched him. He deserved to be punched. Jeremy deserved a fist in his mouth. What can I say? Personally, I'm into the sister. Liz? Honestly, fine with whatever. I just prefer Baxter's all. Yeah, he reminds me of Joshua. The World Ends With You. So I like him because of that. Wait, I thought you were into the cousin. Yeah, weren't you into Lee? Not Liz? Liz is my sister. Lee is my cousin. A menace, I say. Yeah, so that is gonna be it for our life for the day. So thank you everyone for popping by, and now is gonna be our time. So give me one moment to prep that up. It's complicated. Gotta choose one of my relatives, Leonix. You can't be both my brother and my nephew. Honestly though, no one can compete with Lynn. High time! Yeah! Let's go! Turn on some music. Let me know if it's too loud. I think that might be a bit loud. Let me turn it down a bit. Okay. Thanks for the stream, no problem. Thanks for coming. Alright, so at the end of each stream, we do art time. If you'd like to share any art that you did or that you commissioned, that you got permission from the person that did it for you to share, you can join our Discord and put it in the art time submission channel. And you can do memes, art, music, videos, whatever, as long as you yourself made it. Yeah, only I can be both Cove's husband and stepdad. Hey! Linux just wants to be family with Elio while remaining platonic with him. Alright. Let me get this thing ready. Get my window capture, because The capture that I use for our life is typically my art time capture. Okay, here we go. Ooh, we got some really good art today. Elio, quick, watch this. Very important. Hold on, we got art time. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Let's look at the art. Wait, is that a fucking Pikachu? Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, that is very good. That is a very good video. Anyway. Yeah, art time. Art time! Okay, let's start at the top and make our way down. So our first piece of art is by Adamello Lycoris. I'm gonna try to remake and finalize these soon. One was a character for Famine I liked. IDK if I'll keep the outfit or make the full character. One is a Keyblade I need to touch up and finish, and one is Epilepsy as a little guy. I need to update him. Okay, so this one is the representation for Famine. Let me clean this up a bit. Ooh, he's got like, there's like vines around him. Is his hand trapped in something? Interesting. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to click out. Yeah, his skin looks like really mangy. Is that a lantern? It might be. Let me see. Let me like zoom in a bit. Yeah, I think it's a lantern. Yeah, I think you're right, Overtaker. Alright. Let's move this over. And then the Keyblade designs. I really like Adamello's Keyblade designs. They're so, like, creative, you know? So hold on. Yeah, because the hand goes to the pocket. Oh, okay. So cool. Yeah, let's look at this. Look at that! Oh my god. Look at that Keyblade. Jesus. Look at all those details. I need to zoom in here. The eyeball. Like with, look at that. Ooh, neat. Damn. Little eyeball on the hilt right here too. And look at that. Like what do you call it? It kind of reminds me of like a nobody design too. Ooh, and we got some really snazzy boots. Damn. A little keyhole. Ooh, this looks awesome. Oh, a projectile. I really like the usage of like the key, like unlock part right here. Looks really cool. I wonder, oh, does it like transform? Oh yeah. It turns from the Keyblade into, it looks like a sniper cannon. Ooh. Yeah, that's awesome. God, Twilight Princess vibes. Ooh, yeah. It's pretty sick, yeah. Really good job, Adamello. This is awesome. And then let's see. So this is he's got like a series of things like represented as people, and this is his representation for epilepsy, which is something that Adamello actually does have. So if you ever are on the Discord, I thought I'd just let this know since we do have a few new people that recently joined. Please don't use slashing light emojis in the Discord because I don't want to trigger Adamello's epilepsy. But yeah, really nice. I love like the multiple color smoke coming out of his cigarette. Yeah, or at least Warren, yeah. Like if you're talking to Adamello, like please refrain from doing that. So yeah, we tend to tell you if we see like an epilepsy inducing emote and we know like Adamello is in chat or something. But yeah. And I really love the clothing on this too. I love like the jacket with like the like little thunderbolt sign to like represent like, you know, like electricity, like flashing lights and stuff. Looks really cool. I think my favorite part is like the smoke that's like multiple colors, like a rainbow smoke. It's really cool. Yeah, Shu's got the rizz too. Yeah, he got them Yeezys. Don't watch OG DBZ. I don't have epilepsy and that shit was about to give me something. Yeah, I was always worried whenever Mello would come into the Dot Hack streams. I was like, oh, is he gonna be okay with like the glitches? But yeah, really good stuff, Adamello. Really good stuff. And then we got something by Overtaker. Let's see. Chat's reaction to Elio performing World is Mine. God. Yeah, have you seen the clip of when I actually, when I rickrolled people, making them think I was gonna sing World is Mine, but I wound up singing Never Gonna Give You Up? Good times. Really cool designs. It was perfect. No, I missed the stream. Oh, that stream was from a long time ago. The World is Mine one. Yeah. That was fun. I need to do rickrolls and stuff more often for karaoke. They're fun. And then we got something from Twi. I see like 4 laughing emojis. So what the hell did you do? They don't know I'm the princess. Ooh, we got some Cinderella Phenomenon memes. Let's go. Like more than 2 years ago, yeah. It was a really long time ago. I love this. It's nice seeing Cinderella Phenomenon memes. I've actually been thinking of going back to Cinderella Phenomenon slightly soon. There's like a few other games I want to play when we beat one of these long games that we're playing. But I am planning to come to Cinderella hopefully this year. Hopefully this year. For the sequel. But yeah, really good meme. Then we got another one from Twi. Oh my god, even more Cinderella Phenomenon memes. Just nobody. Not even yourself. God, that's perfect. That's a perfect meme. For Varg and Fritz. Really good shit. Bless Varg. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, woof! I haven't finished all of Cinderella Evermore, so it'd be fun to get into some Roots Blind together. Ooh, yeah! Ooh, exciting. Let's see. Oh, we got some art by Kippies. Project Sekai art! This is of my beloved. Oh my god. You did a really great job drawing them, Kippies. Oh my god. Bark, woof, bark. Don't eat it, but they look delicious. They look like cotton candy. Mizuki, my beloved. So good. It's so cute. The Mizuki colors really fit like the pattern and stuff. It looks so cute. I want all of the 25G buttons. I love 25G so much. Even though it looks strawberry ice cream, like, yeah, it kind of does. Like strawberry and maybe raspberry. Delicious. I'd eat it. Yeah. Me too. Mizuki so sweet, I eat. Very cute. Very adorable. And then so, flashing light warning possibly. Tried to do the rave effect as mild as possible. Warned anyway. Okay. Oh, this is for Umineko. Oh wait, hold on. Get rid of the music. Oh, you got the music from Umineko. Whoops. That was a bit too big for you guys, but yeah, it's low, but yeah. Very nice. Very good. And then we got a meme by some dwarf. Every time I see a reaction one, I'm like, oh god, what is it? Today's Shiloh. So that's why you wanted me to stay on the Today's Shy look. Oh my god, I was cooking with this one. That's great. Shiloh be gone. Oh, I love that one. Oh, that was why he wanted me to stay looking at it without an employee on the way so he could take a screenshot. God. Jesus. Good meme, but I hate it. Good meme, but I hate it. Very good meme, but I hate it. Alright, and our next piece of art. Our next piece of art is by Stoplight Gate. I'm excited. Quick doodle of Elio! Ah! It's so cute! It's so cute! Oh my god, I love your art style, Stoplight Gate, so much. This is so adorable. Thank you for drawing me. That's some top tier meme, and this is some top tier art. All the details look amazing. Yeah, you even did like the pink highlights in the hair too. Thank you. This looks great. Thank you for drawing me. It makes me so happy. I'm gonna frame this. Thanks so much. No problem. Thank you so much for drawing fan art. Thank you. And then let's see what else we got here. Oh, by Twy. Stream game art. Oh, this is from me talking about wanting to see Stoplight Gaze art. Very true. So true, bestie. So true. That was well worth it. Very good art. Very good art. And very cool meme. Very cool. Oh, and we got the OC from Stoplight Gate too. OC that drinks bleach. Him in Hello Charlotte universe. Ooh. Oh yeah. Ooh. I love their design. I love like the deterioration on the skin and the eyes. The eyes look so cool. Like I love the left eye. Oh, that's awesome. And like the like liquid coming out of his mouth. Ooh, that's really cool. I love the hair too. I love the lighting on the hair. Like the purple highlights and how parts of the hair are like darker and like the little details of the strands. It looks really good. Ooh. And the ears all fucked up too. Look at that. I think I can see like a little eyeball too. Ooh, and like a nosebleed that's been wiped away. Ooh, there's so many cool little details here on this one. Yeah, that is sick. Those eyes must have taken time. Yeah, they were well worth it. Those eyes look so awesome. I love how the one on the left just really really distorts. It's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, it's a worker. Yeah. Oh, my music stopped. Why'd you stop on me? Stop music. Play my music. Yeah, really cool OC. I love them. I'd love to hear about them. Thanks, no problem. And then let's see. We got some art from Soft Mama. Art fight work in progress. Oh, adorable! Look at that little doggy. Oh, that's so cute. I love all the like stuff on them, like the stars and hearts. That's adorable. That's so cute. Reminds me of like an Animal Crossing villager. Yeah, a little Spoingle, a little Squungly. They're adorable. Took like 7 hours. Ooh, all that time was definitely worth it. It came out super good, Stoplight. And this is so good too, Jackie. I love Jackie's little chibi art. They're so adorable. And I think that is it for art. Yeah, that is it for art for the night. So thanks everyone who came in for stream today. Oh, thank you for the head pat, Stoplight. Yay, thank you. 10 out of 10 for the eyes. Yeah, lots of good art. There are so many people here that are really talented and really funny and really cool. So thank you guys for sharing your art. Thanks for streaming. No problem, Nimbus Company. Thank you for coming. Let's see if we can raid someone. Let me just switch over to the ending screen. Thank you for stream as always. No problem. Thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for your... Yay. Alright, let's see. Who is online right now? Let's see. Oh, Song is online. Let's read Song. I was talking about Song a lot today. Let's read. Let's read Song. They're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a good time at songs. If you have access to my emotes, there is my raid message. And if not, just say something nice in Song's chat. But yeah, oh, let me check and make sure Song's not ending. I don't think, like, Song streams for a long time, so. Let me just sit through the ad and make sure it's not ending. Doo-doo. Okay, it looks like she's in the middle of a battle, so she won't be gone for a bit. Okay, yeah, I will see you guys later. Enjoy Song stream. See you guys later. Bye bye.